Okay, so today we're going to be adding the freaky potato, or basically the freaky vegetables to Minecraft, and I'm thinking of a freaky potato and a freaky carrot. So what I'm thinking about the carrot is something that is small and that can like basically jump around like a little carrot, but with a tongue. And the way I'm thinking of doing that is either making a really small carrot or a bunch of carrots. Like it's like a cluster of mobs, and it should have a tongue to make it a little bit more freaky. Let's just put the anchor where it should be. The back. This is where I'm planning on making the head rotate. So I'm planning on making this top part go like this. That makes sense. And but for now, let's just leave it at like 5. Should be good enough. So this doesn't look like a potato right now. Not gonna lie. This does not give off potato vibes. But it's okay, because let me add a group to this one, called this bottom part, and put that in there. And this is going to basically allow me to make the tongue attached to the bottom part, which makes animation just a bit easier. So let's add a new group to the bottom part and call it tongue. This is going to be attached to the bottom part so that the tongue moves with the bottom part of the potato. And let's add a cube. I don't know why it's... Wait, let me just fix the anchor here. Okay. I don't know how a potato's tongue would look, but I'm guessing something like a bit thicker, like this, I think. And if I then close this back up, you see the tongue is sticking out, which I don't actually like, because I want to have... Ooh, we could do that. Have the mouth a little open, with the tongue like sticking out like that, and then we can add a... Let me fix this anchor for the tongue quickly. We can add another part to the tongue and call it... Well, we can put this one into T1, which means the first part of the tongue, and then we can add a group to T1, calling it T2, which means the second part of the tongue. We add a cube to T2. We can basically just copy this cube here, paste it underneath cube 2, move it out a bit, make sure the anchor is set in the back and in the middle, which should be about there. And then we can make this a bit smaller, rotate it down a bit, and that could be our potato. Does that look like a potato though? I don't actually know. So this basically just means attaching this T1 with T2. Just fix T1's anchor position. Should be in the back, yeah, somewhere there. So if we now move the tongue, we can move this part like this, And if we just get the top part out of the way like this quickly, you can see the entire tongue. We move the top part of the tongue, and then we can also move T2. Oh, T2 should not have that anchor. Let's fix that. T2's anchor should be, let me just make this straight. Right about there. T2's anchor should be in the middle of T1. So this tongue, its anchor should be, or this tongue's anchor should be in the middle of this tongue's like form. So now if we move this tongue, we can like have it go like this, and this part moves with it, so we can have some pretty smooth animations playing while we connect them like that. We can close this back up. The vision I'm seeing for this is if we scale this down a bit, if we scale this down to like 0.5, we can have a lot of them, like have a lot of potatoes in one. So like it could be like one over here, and then one over here, and they could have like a hive mind type thing. So basically, if we let's just move this, we get this anchor out of this one, put this one above, put this one above this one. Why? Okay, yeah, that looks good. So if we have this one, and we copy this one again and paste it, put it above there, underneath there. So we have potato 1, potato 2, and potato 3. They can have like something like this where you, oh, that's the wrong axis, and rotate number 1 as well, something like this, and they can just like all hop around like doom 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 doom. I don't know though. Might be kind of dumb though, because actually, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Let's rotate this one back to its original one, which is this, and let's put it back at 0, 0, 0. Actually, it should be around about here, and yeah, there you go. -2 and 2. Why did the tongue do that? What even happened there? Let me just do this, okay. There we go. That should be the potato. Now comes the kind of fun part. We can paint it. I should actually, let me make this texture a bit more detailed, because we don't have a lot of room to paint actually. There we go. And wait, no, I textured the wrong part. Let me do this, call it potato. There we go. So now everything is textured, and we can now give it a potato color, which is kind of brown, like a deep brown, but also kind of light. What is a potato color? Like something like this. Yeah, that kind of looks like a potato. I just have to shade it a bit. But basically, how I paint these models is I go over it with the base color first. So I do the color that is like most on the model first. So in this case, it's going to be brown because it's a potato. And then I go in with the smooth brush, which is an add-on for Blockbench. And I basically just change down or change the softness of the brush and make it a bit of a deeper color and just splatter around. Me open the top part of the head quickly so I can get that, and let me take the tongue, rotate it like that. There we go. This basically just assures that we get every single crevice, so that doesn't like you can't really see that any other part. Yeah. This potato is looking mighty fine. What color should a potato's tongue be? I'm guessing red. Let's just make it red. Now, if I want to only paint in a certain thing, I just make everything else invisible and paint in the thing I want. Kinda still wanted to have like a little brownish tint, so I'm gonna. Oh wait. I'm going to just splat this around, not too. Directional. Looks good. That looks pretty good. Here as well. And if we make this thing visible again, looks pretty good. Let's do the top part and the bottom part now. Wait, and make the tongue invisible. Let's get a darker shade of brown. Make sure the softness is high up, and then this is like give it like a little brown spot some here and there. Just make it look a bit more textured than it actually is. Like this. Should be good. And I'm not going to really paint anything on here or make it too textured on here because I want to have the face here and I don't want anything to distract from the face. You can have a little bit like this. We want there. A couple of here. There we go. That should be not the entire potato done, but that should be the top part and the bottom part mostly textured. Let's just close. So this is how the potato, this is how I'm envisioning the potato looking. Not the best, but we can now go over with a pixel brush and make the eyes more prominent. So if we do something like that, how does that look? I don't actually know. Does that look like a freaky potato? I'm thinking of making the eyes 3D, but that might be too much. Too much. Now the eyes kind of just look way too small. Let me. I think we could give it like some sort of lipstick or like some sort of not lipstick, like some sort of lip texture here. Maybe that'll look a bit better. Let's make the tongue invisible. How does that look? I don't know actually. That doesn't really give off potato vibes, but it has freaky vibes to it. I mean, I think it might be able to kind of work. So I don't think if I don't like the lipstick part. I think I should probably remove that because that doesn't look good. I don't think. Um, Let me see. I should probably make make the tongue invisible, get the smooth brush and make it pretty dark brown. Something like this. And let's quickly open up this mouth and let's like put little dark spots like this to simulate like a little bit of depth. Ooh, you know what we could add is those little green spots. I don't know if you guys have ever had those. No, that takes way too much. Make it size down. Like a green part growing out of a potato. We could add that maybe to the potato. That could maybe work. Hmm. And what about trying to think now? What do we do for the legs? Yeah, because we kind of have to make this thing walk for it to be kind of freaky. So let's close back this thing. Let's uninvisible the tongue. We could add a new part to the base, which the base is basically just what it splits it into the parts of the component. So that's the anchor, which is the entire thing, the base, which is the place where all the what do you call it, the like bottom part, top part, and stuff like that's gonna be in, and these are just basically the different sections to the bottom part. So the bottom part encloses the cube, which is the bottom part of the potato, and the tongue, which is also attached to the bottom part. So if I move the bottom part, the tongue moves with it. And if I move the top part, well, nothing is connected to the top part except a cube. So nothing's going to move with it. So if we add or if we add a group to the base, let's call it a left underscore arm. And let's add a cube to it. Let's add his left arm. I'm thinking of making it like something like this, not too long. Just long enough. Let's add the anchor. So changing the anchor position just makes the rotation position change. So if I rotate this, it rotates on the axis of which I anchored it. I think that looks pretty good. Looks like a proper arm size. Let's also maybe, I don't know, does it need anything else than arms and feet? Probably not. So if we want to copy this, just put it on the other side. We just copy it and paste it inside of the base. Let's call this right arm. And then we can just move this. Well, let's move the anchor to this side and move the entire thing this way. So now you'll see that this one and this one have the exact same of everything because it's just a copy and paste. And we're going to do the same for the feet. We're going to start off with the left foot. We're going to add a cube inside of the left foot and we're going to bring it down. We're going to make it a bit smaller because that's a bit big for a foot. Thinking like that. Move it over to the side, move it up. We could move it a bit more to this side. Let's move it a bit more to the center. A bit more here. Let's make a long way on this side. Touching the ground. Yeah, it is. And now we just change the anchor position as well. So that we can, simulate a running animation or something. And we're going to copy this. We're going to paste it inside of the base again. So we have the left foot 2 times. So we're just going to pull one right foot. And we're just going to move it 2 to the right or 2 to the left. And that should be the arms and legs done. We can also texture them by creating a new texture or selecting the entire thing by the anchor point, which is everything, including the legs and arms. If we selected something like only the, let's say only the bottom part and the top part, like let's select these 3 without the feet, and we'll create a new texture. Test. And if you were deciding to work on this one, you can't paint the legs because we didn't include the legs to the create texture. But let's create the other one. Just put this one back. Oh my. Let me lock these and then put it back. Let me move it outside the anchor. And it's still messed up. Oh well. Guess honestly, let's just delete that texture. I don't like it anyways. Okay. Let's put this back in the base. Do we need to add anything else to this freaky potato? You know what? Instead of a tongue, adding a tongue, let's add... How's that 90? Something is rotated be way too far. It's okay. Do we add another tongue to this, or do we just add something new? But I don't know what new to add. I'm thinking maybe... Do we add another tongue, or do we just make it something else? Because I feel like we have to make it something else, but the tongue is... It's kind of a good idea because... Wait, instead of adding a tongue, we can add teeth. So let's add teeth to the... I don't know why this... Oh, it's because of this one's rotation is being whack. There we go. Let's move this one just a bit back. Does it still rotate properly? Why is its anchor so far forward? Put this more front. There we go. We could actually, if we turned this one a bit more up, if we connected this to these parts, it should line up almost perfectly. Now if we rotate this one, wait, rotate it back. Now if we customize the anchor point, this one, to the lower part of his neck, I don't think it's... Wait, let me go back up again. Let me snap the vertex to its bottom one. Let me change this one's anchor point to the bottom here, so it snaps to the back of its neck, so it's gonna like something like that. And if we put that one to 0, it should be 0. We can make this cube like one smaller over here. Yeah, I think I like that. And one looks like it needs to be one smaller on this side as well. Let's make the potato a tiny bit bigger on this side. There we go. Now we can rotate this top part freely, make him yap all he wants. Rotate this 90 degrees, and let's make some teeth for this guy. But what type of teeth do we want? Mr. Potato type teeth, or let me add a new group to the bottom part and call it teeth. This is going to be housing our teeth, so let me make this a bit smaller. But I don't know what type of teeth we should give this little potato man thingamabob. Because we can give it like these type of teeth, big chompers. But that'll kind of look weird, so let's make it like half the size. And let's make it like over here somewhere. Or we don't add teeth at all. I think we should just not add teeth. Because in the end, it's going to be looking like this, and I'm thinking of the animation should be like bite onto something. Is what I'm thinking right now. If that makes any sense. Let's try this one. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something to add to the I feel like left foot, right arm, left arm should be connected to the bottom part instead of the base. Because then I can animate them differently. What I'm thinking. Okay. Let's have the... Oh, wait, actually... We could have the potato be like a frog with a really long leg. I mean, not leg, with a really long, what do you call it? Change the anchor of this. Change the anchor. We could have the tongue be like sharp and like shoot out, and as soon as it shoots out, it like latches onto the player, infecting it with like, I don't know, some sort of freaky juice. Yeah, I think that's probably the best idea. So let's add another part to the bottom part and call it tongue. Let's add a group. Let's add a cube. We could probably split this cube into meshes because I'm planning on making it sharp at the tip. So let's make this cube a mesh actually. Let's convert this to a mesh and let's split this up into, I'm thinking, let's split it down the middle, yeah. And let's split it again on this axis. How many times? 8, 7? I think 7 looks good. And to make it sharp, we just go put this a bit inwards. We could rotate it probably. Rotate it, let's say... Is there any way to snap rotation? Holding shift. Yeah, let's rotate it 45 degrees. Let's rotate this one 45 degrees. Let's bring it in. How much did I bring in this one? 0.7. Let's bring in this one 0.7 as well. That should be our like tongue, but I want it to be sharper, so I'm probably going to be extending this part a tiny bit, like 0.5. Oh, maybe not. Actually, wait, let me just extend this one as well. 0.5. There we go. That should make it sharper. We can actually going to make these a bit smaller, like a bit more thinner. So if I do, wait, wood isn't selected. Oops, my bad. Make it a tiny bit more sharper, something like that. And let's move the anchor point of this tongue to the middle, which is like 0.3 or 2, and then to the back. So we can just put it flat to the ground over here. 0.5, move it a bit more to the back. So in the beginning, I'm feeling like the tongue should be kind of hidden. Well, I don't know if it should be hidden. Let me see how it looks with the top part down. Okay, and then I have a vision of like the tongue basically shooting out like this. Well, not like that, but shooting out this way. Is basically what I'm thinking the tongue doing. And it should like latch onto the player, which would be kind of interesting to do. So let's put this back to 90 degrees, and I think the tongue might be done. It doesn't interfere with anything else. Make sure the anchor is set right. It does look right. And now we can probably start painting it. So let's select the entire anchor with everything selected. So that means the base, the bottom part, the top part, everything is selected. Let's create a texture, make it 32 pixels because this is a small animal. We want it to be not a 1 pixel texture. And then we can name it potato. There we go. That should give us a, wait, is this texture? Okay, it is split into two different things, which is good. Okay. Let me see the grid. That looks okay. Give me the there we go. Actually, since it's a potato, is it like a farm? Look at plains. That kind of doesn't look good. Let's just do a desert. I think that'll look pretty good. So it should be, so if that's a shrub bush, it should be kind of really small compared to this shrub bush over here. Since it is a potato, it shouldn't really be that big. And if we make it any bigger, it's gonna just be kind of off-putting. And now it's going to be painting the entire thing brown again. Let's make it a lighter shade of brown, since the potato isn't that dark. Like I said last time, the way I texture my models is by going over it with a base coat of the main color of the entity or whatever you're modeling. So in this case, it's brown for being a potato. I think I might be making it a lighter color of brown. There we go. and I just go over it the entire thing with one color, and I don't want to use the fill in tool because I want it there to be like a little what do you call it, differences between the opacity on some corners for making it look a little more realistic, if I can say so. I can't really see underneath my model with this desert, not gonna lie. Let me change it back to the studio. Wait, no, wrong one. I think it's called none. There we go. There we go. So that should be most of it done. Now, what I usually like to do is I like to make everything invisible and go bar by bar. So let's look at the torso first. Is everything colored in? Yeah, it looks like it. And then the left arm, as you can see, this side isn't. Everything else looks colored. The right arm should be this side. Left foot should be the top. The right foot should be the top as well. Just making sure everything is colored and a textured properly. What up, Nabu citizen? Hope you are doing good. And for the tongue, I'm gonna make it red again. So if I wanna texture just the tongue, I just make everything else invisible and then make the tongue visible. What mode am I adding? I am making the freaky potato for like the freaky mods. So basically, there's going to be a freaky potato and a freaky carrot, and right now I'm just doing the freaky potato. Or while I'm modeling it. Didn't think the tongue should be that red. There we go. Thank you, man. I'm doing very well. So I think the tongue looks red enough for a potato, since it shouldn't be too red. And otherwise it's gonna take away from the potato-ness, you know? Can't have it too red. Yeah, this is gonna be one freaky odd potato. It's only going to appear when you harvest the freaky potato, if you know what I mean. And we don't wanna texture the front too much. Wait, because that's where the eyes are gonna be, and the eyes should be what do you call it? Not like the main attraction, but it should be kind of prominent. So if we take the top part of the head, I'm thinking kind of like if the freaky potato latches onto, like, does this look I think this looks like a potato, like a little mini potato. So I'm thinking of like the tongue shooting out at the player and like a frog type thing, letting the tongue hit the player and like it's sticking to the player and like munching it, is what I'm thinking right now, because that's why I have this long ass spiky tongue. I think this looks like a potato, in my opinion, if I've ever seen a potato. I don't know, I'm gonna do the carrot, not gonna lie. Carrot might be a bit hard. Let's do the pixel brush again, give it some eyes. Damn, that thing is staring into my soul. Where do we want the eyes? I mean, that kind of looks just goofy. Okay, that looks... Wait, that actually kind of looks good. that kind of looks good though. looks like the Ahego face or whatever those anime chicks do. I think I might just leave it like that. This looks better. Make foam? Oh yeah, actually. Like foam out of his mouth. That actually might be a good idea, not gonna lie. I think you might be onto something there with the foam part. I agree. Yeah, let's add foam. I agree with this statement you've just put on my head. Let's add the bottom part. Let's add a new section called foam. Let's add a cube. Actually, let's add a mesh and make it a plane. Let's line it up with the bottom part of the mouth. Make it small, or the same size as the mouth. Bring it up a tiny bit. I agree. Honestly should have thought of foam. Okay, so I'm thinking like make it a bit bigger on this side, like this. Move it. Actually, just make it a bit smaller, like half the size. Move it a bit forward. And this is not going to be like visible in the game. This is just going to be a plane where the foam is going to be on. So basically, so the texture of the foam is going to be on this, and we're going to make the rest of it invisible, so it doesn't get seen by the player. Let me add another plane. Do you think the foam should go down to the mouth, or should it go white stuff in its mouth? Yeah, I don't know. YouTube might demonetize that if it's the white stuff we're thinking of. I don't know if YouTube will allow that type of things. Me make it like this, make it smaller. So basically, these two planes are just going to be invisible, so they're not going to be seen at all. So I'm thinking like foam dripping like out of his back of the mouth and then going down like this. I think that might actually be a really good idea. Okay, let me quickly retexture this. Call it potato v2. And we're just going to make everything else invisible. Make everything else except visible except the foam. And then we're just going to be erasing everything. Like everything, yeah. It's not visible anymore. And then we can unlock everything and just unlock the foam. So we can just only paint on the foam. Or only paint the foam part in. And then we're going to make it white. Let me have a little bit of foam there, a little bit of foam coming down. Wait, how much foam should it be there? Like I mean foam, like clouds and fiber. Ooh, so like not like white foam, like a light blue foam. I could add a cubes, but that's going to make it a bit more complicated. Let me make the foam a bit smaller because this is way too big. Like 2 or 3 should be good. Something like that, and then should be near its tongue, you know? Should be textured near its tongue, going down. What? Why does this look so... It's kind of freaky. This looks kind of freaky right now. Let's add like a light blue with a really, really high softness. So it's not completely everything white. Let me unlock everything back. What do we think about that? That looks kind of freaky. I like the foam idea, I'm not gonna lie. You wanna kiss it? I think it wants to kiss you as well. Look at this. Do you wanna kiss this guy? He says yes. Yeah. Animation wise, I think this looks pretty good. Wait, let me just make it a bit more dark on the knees here. There we go. Animation wise, I feel like it should have either a crawling animation or it should have a weird, like, wobbly animation. Because it shouldn't be like, it shouldn't be humanoid. Like, it shouldn't go like, you know, walking. Wait, let me add in idle. It shouldn't be walking like a human. It should be like walking like a potato. You know how potatoes walk? I definitely do. They walk like potatoes, you know? Shouldn't be like walking like this. This is just normal human walks. I don't want that. But how does a potato walk? ChatGPT, tell me, how does a potato walk? I will definitely, bro. I'll add you as a contributor to this absolutely beautiful model. Zombie arms. Let me quickly look. Let me see how that looks. If we make it, zombie arms. We're gonna have to make the arms a bit longer then. Why is the anchor point so low on this one? Oh. We make the arms a bit longer. Does it look cute like this there? I think it looks really cute. Wait, let me move the arms a bit forward. Wait, how much should I move this one forward by? 1.3, and I should move this one to 1.3 as well. Honestly, I think that looks really cute. Let me paint these hands here. Just a bit more potato-y. I think I like the zombie arms idea. I just don't like the eyes. I don't know what I should do about the eyes, but the eyes don't it doesn't speak to me. This just looks cursed now. This just looks like a zombie foaming, or like a zombie potato foaming at the mouth. Me. I mean, I don't know what type of eyes a potato. Red eyes? Let me try red eyes. Ooh, okay, wait. What do we think about that? What do we think about that? Yeah? Do we add anything else to the potato? Because, wait, let me just delete this animation quickly. Do we add anything else? Like, what else does a potato have? Because it should be basically like the base idea of the what do you call it? The potato, freaky potato, is that it should be like appearing when you farm potatoes, and then it should latch onto you, like your arm, leg, head, anything, with its tongue, and start humping you. No, I don't think YouTube would allow that. Um, I think it looks good. Now we should just add a idle animation. Put it on loop so we can see. And let's add the left arm. Should wait. Why is This anchor is right. Why is it rotating that way? Oh, I'm rotating the wrong thing. Okay, so I'm thinking we make it crawling animation. Yeah, for like the idle, should we... Idle just means basically like doing nothing, not walking, not doing anything, just idling. So we can have it like this. Do we... God damn, that thing's scary. Holy. That looks like something else over there. Can we... There we go. Oh, wait, that's the wrong part. I meant to rotate the left foot. Why is it rotating that? I feel like if we add a crawling animation, let me do this. We're going to add a crawling animation. We should probably add the top and bottom part of the head into separate groups, because wait, how's the crawling animation going to be working now? If I rotate the entire creature, like let's say 90 degrees, its head's going to have to be like this. Make a sound, the sound that makes the potato mode. That's I don't know if I'm capable of making that sound. I'm not gonna be lying. I don't think I'm capable of making that sound. Wait, instead of making it 90 degrees, let's make it like somewhat like this. And let's rotate it a bit more, like this. I think that is good for a start. Remember, this thing is really small, by the way. This is like let me find a reference, not a reference image. Like, let me get a preview scene. Let me put it next to the I don't know what shows a size. Yeah, compared to a grass block or grass what is this called? A grass seed? What is this? Grass, compared to grass, whatever this is called, it's really small. And I'm thinking its legs. Wait, let me make its legs. Just change the scene again because the scene is not it. What did you think about? Tell me, share your ideas here. Make it 45 degrees. Copy this. Make this one also 45. Wait, minus 45. And then have it touch the ground. Almost like this. That's minus 12. Copy it over here. It minus 12. I think that looks like a pretty good. Standing on its thing. Let me see if the tongue even does what I want it to do. If I, yeah, the tongue. So yeah, I want the tongue basically to go like zoop and it latches onto the player. Is what I'm envisioning right now. So the tongue is gonna like shoot towards the player. Imagine there's a player's head or something or arm. It's gonna retract. It's going to be boom. It's going to be sucked back into his head. Can I rotate the torso like just a tiny bit and then rotate the top part just a tiny bit as well? But you see now the top part and the torso is not connected. So let me connect the top part to the bottom part. There we go. Now if I rotate the torso, should that rotate with top part? No, it does not. Did I group my things wrong here quickly. Wait, let me check. Bottom part should encase the torso. Let's take out the top part, put it back into the base. Or like, let's put it back into the anchor. Top part is connected, yeah. The foam is connected to the bottom part. Basically everything is connected to the bottom part now. I don't know. Maybe the tongue should not be connected to the bottom part, but I kind of want the tongue to be connected to the bottom part because the bottom part moves with anything else. What is the freaky idea, bro? You need to share with the class of yeah. We need to know what the freaky idea is. Let me rotate this like this, and then rotate the tongue the same amount. That's this 60. This is 55. Let's rotate the tongue 55 as well. And the torso should be connected to the foam, I think. Yeah, I think we connect the foam to the torso, so the torso connects to the entire animation. So if we rotate the torso now, yeah, that should also rotate the foam. This is good. What the hell am I making over here? Let's get this lined up, yeah, like that. Let's get the arms lined up like this. Let's copy these, the left arm position. Wait, is this even keyframe? Yeah, this is keyframe 0. Wait. Let's copy the left arm animation to the right arm. Looking like I'm telling you, man. I don't know what is happening to this thing. But it's okay. We are going to be fixing it with animations. Trust me. Even though my animation skills might not be that good, I'm definitely going to try. Let's copy the left foot and paste it to the right foot and just make the rotation of this. Here we go. And also the position of this should be minus. No. This should be minus. Here we go. Yeah. So basically, this is how it looks. I'm thinking. What do you think about like a baby? You know how babies crawl, like on all fours. You know, something like that. Yo, thank you, bro. I really appreciate the kindness, citizen, and I appreciate you for watching them. Make it like that. Let's copy this, paste it to the right arm. Yeah. Now, like, let's make it like 0.5 frames. So, like, how long is that? Be like, maybe 7.5. Let's do a 1 second animation. I think that'll look a bit good. So for this, I wanted to rotate 15 degrees that side, 15 degrees this side, like that. And I kind of wanted to propel itself forward, so let's make these back legs 35. Make these back legs 35. Why is those back legs not working with me? Oh, it's going past it, but it's fine. That should be good. So it's gonna be like 0.5. Put the arms up. Let's say 25. 25. We should probably add some head animations as well. Like, let's add this stage. Let's add this. Rotate this a bit down. Doesn't look smooth right now, but we're gonna make it smooth. We just have to copy all these frames and paste it at the last thing here, and it should like repeat itself. But I'm thinking I should add like one more here. Does that look smooth? Yeah. Honestly, I'm just doing it for fun. I don't really care about getting famous. I'm going to be honest with you. If people enjoy my content, then I'm happy they enjoy my content. As long as I'm putting a smile on their sexy faces. Let me rotate the body as well. So like at 0.5, let's rotate the body a bit more up. Let's move it a tiny bit more up like this. How does this look? Why did the torso not? Oh, the torso didn't copy. That's why it looks so choppy. Okay. I think we should probably copy these 0.25 animations and put it on 0.75. How will that look? That doesn't look good. Thank you, but it's mostly the people that comment on the videos that come up with the ideas. I just make them, and so not really my creativity. Wait, this is not a walking animation. Let's call this walking. This is not definitely not a idle animation. Can I kiss you because you're a freaky mod? I mean, if you ask nicely, I'll maybe let you kiss. I think this looks pretty good. Let me just, oh wait, let me just add a little bit of potato there. Don't make it look so, make it look one colorish. Do we play this animation faster? Does it look too slow? Let me try making it a tiny bit faster, like 0.5. You make good mods, and those people, well, if people are enjoying it, then I wouldn't mind what do you call it? Doing their things, because if they enjoy seeing their things getting made, I'd make it. I think this looks a bit better faster. Wait, should we make it faster there? Because it is like a tiny potato. So if we make it like 0.5, how fast is that going to be? Okay, that looks better. I think this looks way better. This looks a bit faster and a lot what do you call it? A lot more freaky. Yeah, this potato. Wait, I don't like how the tongue is moving with the top part. Let me raise it a tiny bit more. So if the top part goes up, I want the tongue to be going down a bit, like this. Where is the tongue's animation? Let me rotate it a tiny bit more down. That looks a bit better. It looks more lively. What about the mustard mod and the mangas and G-Scream 767? Not gonna lie, bro. I'm not fluent with the brain rot lingo, so I don't really know what to add there. If I'm gonna be honest with you, because I'm not I'm not skibbity riz what the kids call today. But I think this looks really good for a potato, freaky potato. Let me add a idle animation now. So idle animations are really simple to make. It's like you just add a bit of movement back and forth. So basically, the only thing that I think is going to be moving is the top head, or the top part of the head. Make the top part of the head like open a tiny bit, only a tiny bit. Well, actually, let's make it open. Yeah, let's add a keyframe at the top part and make it open like halfway. And make this a 75-second animation. Actually, let's make it a 2.5-second animation. Or a 0.5 animation. This should like... Wait, that's way too fast. That is way too fast. Let's make it a... Wait. Make it a 1-second animation. Okay, let me add this one. Make it smooth. I feel like this should be a 2-second animation. It's still going way too fast for me. Yeah, I think that looks good. And we add a little arm animation, like make the arm go like tiny bit sideways. Actually, left arm, do this, and like at 0.5, add another keyframe, make it go. Oh, that's the wrong one. Make it go like 5 degrees this way, and tiny bit up, and then at 1 second animation, it's going to be the beginning animation again, or the beginning frames again, and this frame again, or these frames, and then these frames again. That's how you make a looped animation. Skills I got from just doing this. Let's make these smooth. It looks a bit too fast, but I mean, it can work. It sets the motion apart from the head, because the head's moving far, or the head's moving slow and the hands are moving faster, which and they both loop perfectly, which gives a really nice effect. I kind of like that. I'm gonna keep that in, even though I don't really think it's the best. Still going to keep it in. And seeing that this is now a opposite side, we have to remove this -5 and remove this -5, so it can move in the opposite direction. And also probably move, what else? Make this -5. Oh, not times -5, -5, and make this one as well -5. And this should be our freaky little potatoes idle animation. We could make it go like move a little bit up and down. Select the bottom part. Actually, just like select the torso. Add a keyframe here. Add a keyframe at 1 second and add a keyframe at 2 seconds. So it moves at the same speed as the head. And then right here, we're just going to add, go a tiny bit down with the tongue. Let's go down with the tongue. Wait, is the... Oh wait, I need to change the tongue's animation here as well. There we go. The head is moving a bit too far. Can I make a modern villager mod? Well, depends on what a modern villager is, because I don't think we have existing villagers in this town. Unless you mean like why is this not perfect? It's because of this. Oh, button. There we go. I think this Eye animation and the walking animation looks pretty good. Not gonna be lying. Looks really good. Yeah. I don't think I need to add a attack animation really, because the attack animation is going to be the tongue and shooting out, zoom, hitting the player. Like there's soldier villagers and tanks and blah, blah. Ooh, that kind of actually sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a pretty good idea. But I might have to unfortunately end the live stream here, because where I live it's getting late. But I think I made some good progress. The walking animation looks kind of clean. The eyeliner animation looks clean, and the model itself looks really good. I like the foam. Really gives it that freaky part. So I'm gonna have to end it here. Thank you, Citizen, for joining me and giving me some really good ideas. I appreciate you coming by, and I hope you have a really good day. I will definitely put you in the description, bro. Thank you. I love you, bro, and hope you have a good day. And enjoy.